good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. On Pewaukee Lake today. Gonna see if I can make stuff happen. I haven't had a very good couple of weeks. It's been pretty rough, actually. Not a lot fish catch wise, but see if we can make stuff happen today. I'm gonna try a couple new baits. I made a whole bunch of jigs last night. Hopefully I can use some of them. See what happens. The water's clear than it was the other day when I was out here, and there's not weed mats all over the place like there was the other day, so hopefully it's better today. I'll update you as the day goes on. Stay tuned. Made it out here to a spot that I've been wanting to fish early in the morning for a while. I don't normally fish this area in 2 hours of fishing because of the distance. It's a couple miles to get here from the launch, and if I had to troll, it would take me half a day to get back to the launch probably. So I don't fish down here normally. When I do the 2 hours of fishing, and this is the lake, Pewaukee's the lake I normally do that on. So finally made it down here, and there's nobody, nobody down here. Could be bad for me. Maybe there's not a lot of fish here, or it could have to do with the 57-degree morning it started out with. So it was a little bit of a, could have something to do with, 57 degrees. It was a cold run this morning. even with the sweatshirt on and everything like that, it was a little cool. So hopefully can make something happen out here. You look on the graph. Let's see here, I don't know if you can see that or not. Look on the graph. It's weedy down there. 5 feet, about, well, 6 or 7 probably with those. The depth finder being on the bottom of the trolling motor, and that's about down 2 feet. So see if we can make it happen. Fish number 1. That little guy. Bunch of little popping off here. I don't know if there's a bunch of little ones sitting here or what. Let's see. I am going to use some of the jigs I made last night, or one of the jigs I made last night. So I make a couple different types of jigs. I got molds from Lure Parts Online. Football head jigs, and a bunch of different sizes like this. This is 3/4 ounce. I think I got half, 3/8, and 1/4. Buy all the skirt material from Lure Parts Online too. I make Swimjig jig heads too. Again, another mold from Lure Parts Online. Comes in half, 3/8, and 1/4, I think. This a 5/0 hook, 4/0 hook, and 3/0 hook. Same with the football head jigs. It's 5/0, 4/0, and then the 1/4 and 3/8 are 3/0 hooks. So this is the one I'm going to use here. I think it's a black head. I'm going to match it with like a skirt like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bladed swim jig, basically. That's what I got the swim jig heads originally for. Again, blades I can get. You can get the blades too at Lure Parts Online. I got, I'll show you 2 different types of blades. I can get the bag open. So, I don't know if you can see that. There's this one, which is kind of your normal rounded blade for a swim, or a bladed swim jig, and then there's this one with holes in it to make it bubble. I'm going to use this one because the water is a little bit dingy on this lake all the time, so I'm going to use that. Going to make this more of like a bait fish color, and then these little this is a 50-pound what is it, dual lock snap in black that I use on the blade. So blade, snap, and then the jig head with the skirt, and I'll need a keeper for the skirt. Just got a little black rubber piece, and then I need a split ring to attach, which I got these 2 from Lure Parts. Basically everything I get for making my jigs is from Lure Parts Online. It's a good store. I can link them down in the description. Obviously it's an online only store, but you can make, I think they even got fishing rod blanks and stuff like that, so you can make your own rods and stuff like that from them. crankbaits they got. You make your own of those. They got basically everything fishing wise except for maybe reels you can make. You know, electronics obviously you can't make, but they have everything else that you need for making baits and rods. Basically, you name it, they have it. It's like a blank. The hard baits are all just blank, so you gotta paint them and stuff like that. They're either clear or wood color or actually wood, so you can paint them up however you want. You can just get a blank. Let's see here. You could get a blank of like this little popper here, if you can see that or not. Can't see that because I got it all hooked in here. So you can get a blank of like a popper like this from them. It's just clear, translucent. You can paint it up how you want. This is a striking one, but I'm just giving you an idea of what kind of baits they carry and stuff like that for hard baits. Pretty cool store. Like I said, all online. So if you like making your own baits and stuff like that, which at least jigs and stuff like that, I go through so many of them that I just got to the point where you can buy lead and the hooks fairly cheap and stuff like that. So that's what I did, is I ended up just buying all this stuff and then making it myself, since I go through so many of them throughout a year. Last night I think I made 15 or 20 different jigs between the Swimjig heads and football head jigs. So yeah, like I said, it's if you fish a lot and you go through baits like I do, yeah, it gets a little costly at first making all this or getting all this stuff to do it. But when you actually get down to it, you know, you can buy the stuff for like next to nothing. Yeah, it takes time and stuff like that to put them together, obviously, but still, it's nowhere near, you know, I guess it all depends if you like it as a hobby or something like that. You know, I like fishing in general, so anything that has to do with fishing, I'll do that too. Making jigs and stuff like that, it's all part of it. This takes a little bit, so I'll speed this up. There we go. So that's the blade with the snap lock on there, and then we'll put the split ring on. This is one of the Cabela's pliers. I'm sure Bass Pro Shop makes it too. It's got the little split ring end on it. You can use that too. I got a split ring pliers to open it, and then I use this to kind of pull it all the way through. The split ring works. This little guy here, if you can see that or not, that little guy works good to get the rings open, and then the pliers, because it's got the grip on it, works better to get the rings all the way through. is clipped together, what it kind of looks like roughly. And then I'll just put the skirt on. This is an earring pliers I think you can get from like Hot Topic or something like that. All I do is I just take the little rubber skirt keeper goes on there, and then you can just open it with this pliers, and you can feed the skirt material through. Makes it a lot easier than trying to do all this by hand. And then you can also put the jig head right on here too while you're at it if you want. So you got this, and I can just feed the hook through all the way around over the skirt keeper, pull the pliers out, pull the skirt material a little tight, snip the ends of the skirt material. There you go. Bladed jig, just like that.
What are you doing fishing? What? I'm in like 5 feet of water, and this walleye sitting out there eating this. Like what? What? Gotta keep your size. I'll throw it back.
All right, so this outro is gonna be a little bit different. I got to the end of editing this video and realized I didn't do an outro on it, so I'll do one now while I'm finishing up the edit. As you can tell, I didn't catch a bunch of fish, but I did show you how to make a chatterbait from Swimjig with blades and a couple other pieces that I got from Lower Parts Online. I'll link all that down in the description below. If you like it, click the like button, subscribe. I'll keep fishing, I'll keep making content. As you can tell, there's a little bit of delay between me editing it and when I actually recorded it. That's just due to trying to keep content available, so I do it that way. So I got it throughout the year. That's what I do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'll keep making videos, and I will see you on another episode.